The information provided here is for general informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Additionally, for any legal matters, it is important to seek guidance from a licensed attorney. Reliance on the information presented in this context is at your own risk. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this special Veterans Day episode of Timeless Tea Talks. My name is Katie, and this is my co-host today, Bruno. Bruno just celebrated his 16th birthday last week. He is a Yorkie Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, and he is very excited to be here today. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be exploring some essential resources for veterans who are living with dementia. But before we begin with the resources, let's just do a breathing exercise to sort of get in a good headspace and relax a little bit. The exercise that I've chosen today is called the box breathing technique. This is one of my favorite exercises. I do this all the time, and I love it because you can do it anywhere. You can do it at any time of the day pretty much. We're going to do this for 4 seconds, but if you feel like you can do it for 5 or 6 or 7, or maybe you need to drop down to 2 or 3 seconds, that works too. Okay, so the way that the box breathing exercise works, I'm going to have you get into a comfortable seat, or you can lay down, or if standing up is more comfortable for you, whatever works. We are going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to inhale for 4 seconds. Then we're going to hold that breath for 4 more seconds. Then we're going to exhale for 4 seconds. And then we're just going to not do anything for 4 seconds, okay? We're not going to take another deep breath in, okay? So it creates a sort of box pattern. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Once you're in your comfortable position, you can either shut your eyes if it feels comfortable, or you can cast your gaze downward, whatever works for you. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna breathe in for the count of 4. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't take a breath in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't take a breath in for 3, 2, 1. Okay, now let's do it on our own. Okay, so go ahead, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath and exhale. Nothing. Okay, now deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. And nothing. Okay, one last time. Deep breath in. Hold your breath. Exhale. Okay, and don't breathe in. All right, when you're feeling ready, go ahead and open your eyes, and we'll go ahead and get started talking about our resources. So the first resource that I have to share is a fact sheet from the Alzheimer's Impact Movement. For those who are not aware, the Alzheimer's Impact Movement is sort of the sister branch of the Alzheimer's Association. It is basically an organization that does a lot of the advocacy work in pushing for legislation and change. And this particular document I thought was interesting. It looks at it sort of gives insights into the significant number of Americans who are veterans and are affected by Alzheimer's specifically. So it's not looking at all of dementia, but specifically Alzheimer's disease. It also looks at kind of the unique risk factors that the veteran population is facing who has Alzheimer's. And as this population is aging, it's looking at challenges that are growing with that aging population, as well as kind of a strain that's happening on our healthcare system, specifically on the VA healthcare system. You'll see kind of a common trend, though. There is a growing population in general with individuals who are living with some type of dementia. Dementia is an umbrella term for a bunch of different diseases. So, Alzheimer's is just one of those types of dementias that's going to fall under the umbrella term of dementia. Close to 500,000 American veterans are currently dealing with Alzheimer's disease, and that number is going to continue to rise. There are distinct risk factors for Alzheimer's and other dementia, which contributes to a higher prevalence of having Alzheimer's and dementia if you are a veteran, and we'll get into a little bit of that with another resource. And again, it's an issue that this country is facing. There is a caregiver shortage, and there is a growing population of people who are dealing with this disease. Resource number 2, this one is from the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. They are based out of New York. They did write an article called Combating Dementia Among Veterans. This article discusses the challenges faced by veterans in combating dementia and highlights the Alzheimer's Foundation of America's efforts to provide support and resources for these individuals. It emphasizes the need for specialized care and assistance for veterans who are dealing with dementia, as well as the importance of early diagnosis and intervention. So one thing that the AFA really encourages is memory screenings. So to kind of look at some facts and figures that are shared in this article, veterans who have PTSD are more than twice as likely to develop dementia compared to those who do not have it. The prevalence of PTSD among veterans returning from Iraq and Afghanistan is estimated at 17%. Combat-related PTSD remains prevalent among Vietnam veterans, with a lifetime prevalence of 20 to 30%. Older World War II and Korean veterans still have a 12% PTSD prevalence, even 45 years after combat. Veterans who are exposed to explosions during combat and training exercises have an increased risk of traumatic brain injury, so TBI is the acronym for that, and nearly 414,000 TBIs were reported among U.S. service members worldwide between 2000 and late 2019. That is a significant number. Veterans who have a TBI diagnosis were 60% more likely to develop dementia over a 9-year period. And veterans who were prisoners of war had about a 50% greater risk of developing dementia. And those with both a history of being POWs and having PTSD had more than double the risk. So again, the AFA really encourages memory screenings, and by doing these memory screenings, they do them for free. They can help you plan for long-term care management and help people kind of cope effectively and pursue healthy lifestyle choices. Resource number 3, support groups. The VA's national chapter offers a virtual support group through the Alzheimer's Association's website. Support groups can help you find connection, feel less alone, and learn about additional resources that may be helpful. If you're searching for an in-person support group, check out the Community Resources Finder on the Alzheimer's Association's website. Resource number 4, this is a website that I found called Veterans Against Alzheimer's. It's a national network dedicated to raising awareness of Alzheimer's as an urgent health issue for veterans. It acknowledges the unique risk factors veterans face due to their service and aims to demand strengthened initiatives to meet their needs. All right, resource number 5. This is the Department of Veteran Affairs Dementia Resource Guide. So it's a digital PDF, and of course I'll include the link for it. It's a comprehensive guide that provides information on the following: general resources, how to contact your VA social worker, Veterans Affairs caregiver resources, other caregiver support and support programs, video resources for caregivers, day programs, advanced directives and planning, caregiving tips, knowing when additional care is needed, so sort of reviewing what that looks like, driving concerns, financial assistance, home safety tips, books for caregivers, and research that's being done. I highly recommend you check it out. It's a great resource. There's a lot in that PDF. Our sixth resource is a booklet from the Department of Veterans Affairs on brain health and quality of life in aging. The booklet shares some of the reasons for problems with memory and thinking and what you can do about them. Some of these reasons include sleep, mental health, PTSD, loneliness, physical activity, side effects to medications, vision and hearing problems, and medical problems. The last page also discusses what normal brain aging looks like, so you can compare. The booklet encourages you to reach out to your provider if you have concerns and want to learn more information. Resource number 7 is the Honor Flight. This organization's mission is to celebrate America's veterans by inviting them to share in a day of honor at our nation's memorials. I wanted to share some photos of an honor flight I was on back in September. I booked a flight last minute and ended up on an honor flight. About a third of the passengers were veterans, and the entire experience was so incredibly special. Lastly, here are some upcoming events in 2023 for Veterans Day. These are not all the events that are happening in Western Washington, but just a few. Down in King County, at the Issaquah Senior Center on Thursday, November 9th, there's a Veterans Day luncheon and Issaquah Singers Concert. You have to pre-register, and lunch is $5. The city of Issaquah is having a Veterans Day service on Friday, November 10th at 11 a.m. You can join the VFW post number 3436 for this service. The Eastside Veterans Day ceremony at Sunset Hills Memorial Park Cemetery will happen on November 11th at 11 a.m. in Bellevue. In Seattle, the Museum of Flight is having a Veterans Day ceremony on November 11th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Up in Snohomish County and Mill Creek, they're having a Veterans Day ceremony and parade. The Linwood Event Center is having a Heroes Among Us celebration. And up in Skagit County, they are having a Veterans Day parade on Saturday, November 11th. There will also be a pancake breakfast and a military display and refreshments and a soup and salad luncheon. And you can access details for all of these on our website if you go to our most recent newsletter, so the November newsletter. So if you go to our newsletter section, you can find that. It has all the details for these different events. Dear veterans, on Veterans Day, we extend our deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to all of you who have served our country with honor and dedication. Your sacrifice, courage, and unwavering commitment to defending our freedoms are a source of inspiration and pride for us all. Your selfless service has ensured the safety and security of our nation, allowing us to enjoy the freedoms and opportunities we cherish. We recognize the sacrifices you and your families have made to protect our way of life, and we are forever thankful. Today and every day, we honor and salute you, our veterans. Your legacy of bravery and service is a testament to the strength of our nation. We are grateful for your sacrifices, and we stand beside you with respect and gratitude. Happy Veterans Day. With the utmost appreciation, your friends at Old Friends Club. Thank you for joining us on this Veterans Day episode of Timeless Tea Talks. We hope these resources and events can make a positive impact on veterans who are living with dementia. Please check the episode description for links to all of these valuable resources. We'll be back with more episodes soon. Stay tuned. and take care.